It's
Sorry.
recording.
Ready to start the records. Everyone mute yourself. If you have a question, you can at the end when the Runa says if you have a question, ask. You can unmute and ask your question. Okay.
I don't care if you ask me now.
And
I'll
Runa,
start.
please start
The
with
mid
the
fight?
call out. With the call out.
Call out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
mute myself too.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'll actually start by saying, since like it seems maybe you guys have scrimmed it like a couple times, this map is probably the simplest like Highlander map. Honestly, it's really straightforward. There's like two ways to hold, and it's really easy to like break both of those. So the key to this map, you just practice like those techniques, and then it's just DM. Like if you have better DM, then like it's really easy. You can't really outplay the enemy. So I'll talk a bit about that. But first, I'll go over the callouts. So here is ramp. This is usually called head glitch. This is a key callout because this is OP for heavy. This is extremely strong heavy spot. So your heavy can play around here as much as he can. We got drop down over here. Right, so obviously like it's a mirrored cloth map, so there's two drop downs. But this will be red crate or like our crate, blue crate, their crate. Same with top left. So this is from red's POV. So assume you're playing red. And top right. You've also got catwalk. You've got window, not to be confused with top right or top left. So this window in main. You've got main is this like area back here, and house. Okay. You've also got like this is doesn't really have a specific call. You just say like far back left or far back right. And underneath, obviously, like some people call this slope, but this can get confused with ramp, right? So sometimes you see like medic is slope, and that means you can sack from drop down or like doing a high bomb. And you got under down here as well. And on the other side, we have key area banana. Okay, so this little area here. So this is blue's banana and red's banana, obviously on the other side. And you got shack. Shack here. Sometimes called roof, but I'm just like most teams call this shack. Like roof is kind of ambiguous, so roof can technically be like over there or something, or even these crates like. So we'll call it shack there. Other like less important, this is sometimes called platform. Sometimes soldiers like to sit up there, chill there, and spam 30 damage rockets. Balcony. Where was that a previous call? Where like? Yeah, I mean, like especially because this map's kind of new. Like it's only been played really in the last couple of years, so some teams do have different callouts, but that's like everything you need to know. Honestly, it's good not to have too many callouts because then like you just get confused. If you have to memorize 20 callouts for each map, and they're like ultra specific. So especially for Highlander, like it's a really small map, and you're like the important things that you're calling out the sniper basically. And as long if he's either on like the left side or like on up here, he's going to have the same kind of sight lines regardless if he's playing catwalk or on top right. Like it doesn't matter too much. It really helps your sniper if you can like distinguish that. But everyone else, like as long as you know generally what side of the map the sniper's on, is fine. Okay, all right. I'll start with the mid now. I'll start by saying that under is important at all stages of the game. So you always need to have at least some kind of pressure here. That can either be really passive, just have like a mini watching and maybe like an NG like not too far behind, or you can commit more players under, especially at the start. We'll talk more about like pushes from under later, but at the midpoint, if you're not going to commit to under, you want to have probably your NG. It's probably most suited for the role watching this. So yeah, you guys will roll out left side. Your heavy has options. He can either go top left and play with his sniper. Most snipers, from what I see, they like to play a catwalk to begin with, like catwalk or up here as well, peeking this. It's kind of a coin flip if the sniper mirrors you because you're not really. You might get buffed like as you go up here, and your mate will be passing underneath you, so he can buff you. Like that's usually why you go this way rather than going this way as sniper, so you can collect your buff as you go up here. Um, so yeah, your heavy will just like be then watch out for bombers because soldier can like rush a sniper if he's by himself up there, and then after that pressure the point. and the rest of your combo just playing sort of ramp here, doing as much pressure as you can. Your flank soldier has, again, he can either roll out platform to begin with and either spam or wait for a good damage call on your demo and then bomb in. If you get spammed out of platform, then you can actually play on the shack, play in your banana, just doing passive spam to begin with. You don't really want to commit right at the start, because if you just like randomly bomb at the start, it like they're all going to be standing like entire pyro heavy up there, NG scouts. They're all going to be in this sort of area, so you're going to die very quickly, and you're probably not going to be able to do too much. So it's a better idea to wait for calls from your demo that he's doing good damage, and then go in like try focus whoever's weak. So if demo is like sitting here 50 HP waiting for an hour, and then you bomb, that's way more effective. Yeah. So and then yeah, like demo, you're just mainly playing ramp like the entire game. Don't overcommit. Don't really want to push in too far as demo, because it's very easy for you to get caught off from angles from far left and pressure from top right. You'll just get pinned down here, and once you're stuck here, you're like, pretty much dead. Like your medic can keep arrowing you, but you're just going to get wrapped around. So it's a good idea. Like you definitely want to be not backline, but like second line. Make sure either your pyro or your heavy's in front of you whenever you do anything. It's quite easy for them to just like get carried away, like rush forward, peek here, and then get caught out, get like juggled or air blasted or whatever, or just melted by heavy. Right. So that's the most common mid. It's kind of passive, really. You're just kind of playing the spam game and like trying to take a little bit of ground as you can. So, like ideally get the enemy combo weak. Like your pyro comes forward a bit, plays here, so you can deny spam, and you don't really have huge sight lines. You only got to worry about heavy in top right. If the heavy's top right, then you can be denied by your sniper. But again, if it's like sniper heavy, it's either a coin flip, like sometimes your sniper wins, sometimes their sniper win, or neither sniper or heavy will peak, and it's just a bit of a stalemate. So in that case, you've got to be careful, because if you do commit to the point while that's happening, then he will peak and he will kill you very quickly at this range. The other thing to mention is you can spam from drop down. You've got quite nice pipes you shoot. I don't know exactly what the angle is. I haven't played this map as demo in a while, but it's like slightly far back here, and they land. They arc and they land like here. So if someone's peeking this, like this, imagine I'm a heavy revved up. I'm walking here. I'm taking 100 damage pipes from drop down. There's no counterplay, and even if they don't hit someone, they land here and they roll around here, and they det as rollers around here, assuming that you're on stock. This is where lots of people like to clump up, so you will actually do pretty good damage from there. But it has the disadvantage of you're not. Yeah, watch out for spy is one thing, and just because you're not actually seeing what's going on, they can actually push you while you're doing that. Just have the pyro air blast, and the demo walks forward. And if no one else is calling it, then you won't know, and then you can lose all this ground here. Yeah, that's another thing to watch out. Mid's kind of boring though, honestly. What the teams I play in usually like to send people under. We call it the submarine strat. So we say like, okay, do submarine mid. So we have NG, heavy, scout, and soldier. Soldiers on whip, whips everyone in through under, and you guys just push forward through here. Don't hard commit. Okay, don't like walk all the way out here, because as soon as you do, you're going to get shot from all directions. Instead, you want to push up to like here, so you deny all of this space here. And usually, what will happen is they'll call that, start focusing you. And when that happens, your demo and your pyro and your medic walk across the point and cut them off, and you completely cut them off here. They will be denying the point. They'll just be looking at you there. So they've got the players from under to worry about, and you've got the demo just walking across here. Even if you don't get kills, you can just quickly sort of deny the point. Once you get your demo set up here and he's got sticks there, they're going to be forced back there, right? And even like if you do it correctly, you can wipe them on this mid, because as your demo crosses the point, they're going to back out this way, and in doing so, they're in like range from your players from under. So yeah, don't send pyro here, because your pyro needs to do with your demo pretty much at all times. Same with your medic. And yeah, I mean, sometimes I've seen teams do it the other way around, where heavy walks across the point and demo goes under, but is I mean, you have the advantage of you can sticky people off as demo. Let's say they commit. Let's say they commit like 2 or 3 players. You can sticky behind them, and then they're completely cut off. But I would argue that it's just way more ideal for heavy to play under, and demo you have these nice angles you can abuse more. Um, so yeah, it's just make sure the important thing is that your soldier is whipping your players through, especially your heavy, just so you can be here on time, basically. Yeah, so and then after this initial, so assuming that they have players here, and you manage to either kill them or force them to back out, that is when you'll just sort of stay here, and your objective is to get the demo to rotate to look at you, like I mentioned previously. Once you do that, you are a bit at a disadvantage because you don't have heals, so you just back out and stay alive. Just back out and then leave your NG to watch. Don't you don't have to hold W. I mean, like it's open, so maybe you're against a really bad team. You just like hold W to kill them all. Like maybe that'll happen, but yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to go in and kill them all here. Once you do so, you can back out and then just reset to doing whichever hold you're doing. So either crate holds or banana holds. That's fine. If there is no one here, then like you're not contested, then you can go forward a little bit more potentially, just to try to just make sure that the demo actually rotates, because otherwise you're just AFK here. Demo's not gonna rotate if you're not putting any pressure on. And if they have a lot of players under, then you just want to back out and then let your demo then you'll switch roles. Your demo will deny this with stickies. They can't push out of there. Even with pyro, like if they commit the pyro to under, he can stop you doing damage, but they still can't really push into you just because there is so shit from the low ground down here. And your heavy will just be denying the point in case anyone goes across the point. Right, so yeah, I mentioned briefly like in the callouts like this. I'm scout, so my view model's like my view model's a bit lower down, but you got a really nice heavy glitch spot here, and you can peek sort of wide over here, and you can also shoot through the gap here. So with heavies like height, you can head glitch through here, head glitch across the point there. It's really strong. Yeah. Also, you can get headshot through here as well, so just keep that in mind. And spies will like to decloak on here, but it's pretty easy. Honestly, like as the spies will just turn around every now and then. He'll either like try to do this, or just decloak here and then run at you, decloak here, run at you. Like it's whatever. The really good thing about this is that it's really hard for you to get focused down. Only demo and sniper, your main threats. If the sniper goes left side, that should be called. And in that case, then you just don't play here. Like you just rotate to play on the other side. Like the key to this map is don't clump up, because it's a really small map and it's really DM centric. So if you are taking more damage than you're dealing by clumping up, so the demo is like doing 50 damage stickies to everyone in the combo instead of just 2 players, then you'll lose. Even if like you can't really outplay DM on this map. It's a really DM heavy map. So the key is just not to clump up. So you have your heavy here and the rest of your combo here, so you're not taking, and your pyro will be here as well, air blasting. You can rotate to the heavy as well if your heavy's getting focused. And then if your heavy gets denied from here, he can play here, and then your demo can rotate to drop down, just so you're not, standing all as a clump here. Okay, what else? So that's holding the points from crates, I would say, or just like the mid fight, like the late stage of the mid fight after you do your initial rotation and you reset to like how you're going to hold the point. So that's like crate holders. You have your mid. I don't really like standing here. It's kind of bait because we get high bombed. It's you don't really have any way to escape. Similar thing with here. So I would say to hold maybe a little bit further back here, so you have more warning of someone bombing you, right? And then you can maybe even surf if you're like comfortable with that. And you've got the health pack really close to here. Only thing you got to keep in mind is sniper going top right. So you want to definitely like don't peek it like this, but just play like here. Yeah, that makes sense. And you also got to worry about drop down, but again, you do have warning of that. So you should be like watching here, maybe watching for spies. Speaking of spies, spies will decloak up here and drop down on the combo. That's something, and here as well. So it's just something you've got to like keep in mind. If you keep your back to the wall, it's reasonably hard for you to get stabbed, but Yeah, the alternative is playing really close here, and just super easy to force if they push across the point. If they go from drop down, they go from drop down like this and then a bit heavy here. You don't have any escape route. If you're standing here, like it just it's still close range, so you might force, but at least you can back out here potentially if he doesn't shoot you instantly. You know, it's much better than being stuck here. Like you can't escape through under obviously because that's just leading. Good teams will send players under while they'll pressure across point with their combo, and then they'll send like soldier NG or soldier scout under. Okay, so yeah, that's the behind crate hold. And again, like usual stuff for sniper, like you can some snipers like to play top left a lot of the time, or just. But I recommend just rotating as much as you can to like stay in one position, like get a couple shots, then rotate immediately, because on this map it's quite quick for you to rotate, like rotate window here, and you're always changing up your sight lines. If you just stay in one spot all the time, enemy team will just like never peek you, and then you'll be like a little bit useless. Um, Not completely useless because you're still denying them space, you're still like pressuring them, but yeah, you definitely won't be getting picks on this map. You got really nice sight lines on both sides of the map, from right side and from left side. Okay, that's the crate hold. The other hold is the banana hold. So you ideally want to be on level 3s for this. It can work with minis, but it's just a bit harder. So you have your sentry, whichever it may be, like back here a little bit on this slope. Wrangled having a watch enemy banana and ramp. The demo and Pyro both be playing forward here. The Pyro will be mainly air blasting spam. Spam will come from top right. It'll come from drop down. It'll come from main as well a bit. So you're literally just pressing right click all the time. The Spencer will be close, like here maybe, or here, so it doesn't get spam from drop down. And your demo will just be like supporting Pyro, either sticking up drop down, firing pipes in drop down, sticking up crates here, or like you can put, if you're precise with the stickies, you can put them here to stop heavy soldier peeking you, or just spamming ramp. It's just self-explanatory like demo stuff. Because your pyro will be perma right clicking, yeah, I would say watch out for this decloak spot. If you're like distracted, you'll decloak there. Your heavy will just be spy checking. He'll be playing either outside of banana here, or a little bit further back, not on ramp, a little bit further back, like here. And then you have the option to rotate main if you're needed, or rotate into banana if they're using to you. You're also denying bombers by being back here, for reasons I'll talk about when we go on to how to break this hold. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And your sniper 100% in banana. Play with your combo, you can't really get stabbed, you can't really get spammed out, and you'll be perma buffed, and you're just staring here, so you should have pretty big SVS advantage. It's quite hard for the sniper to get a pick on you, or anyone else in the combo for that matter. So you're just playing passive, you're staying alive, is denying peaks from here and pressure on the point there. That's what you have to do. So yeah, because everyone's facing forward, that's why you need to commit your heavy back here. It's really boring, but it's kind of necessary. If they use in, then you're just using your pyro and your demo like gets back. Your sentry should be perma angled, so you just like trying to keep that alive as best you can. Yeah, don't overcommit with the Uber, like especially don't like overcommit over here. Just keep them out of banana. If they're on the point when they fade, they'll lose unless they somehow kill lots of you, because you'll have a level 3, you'll have a demo and a pyro denying everything, and potentially a heavy crossfiring you from main. So you don't have to get them off the point when they use in. Just keep them out of banana, keep your players in banana safe, keep your guns safe. That's your main objective. So yeah, don't get overzealous when you trade. What else? If you're playing without a sniper, it becomes difficult. You need a coordinated sack or like a decloak on the enemy sniper, because if the enemy sniper is alive, then you got a really big problem. But if both snipers are dead, then it's whatever. It's chill. Like it doesn't really matter. Like it's alright. Yeah. What else? Yeah, just like watch out for bombers. Again, I'll talk about it, but the main thing to watch about in spies about decloaking. So it's pretty simple once you get it set up. The difficult thing is some teams are slow to do it, so they'll call, like, let's say you just won the mid fight, and your main caller says, "Okay, let's set up banana," but your sniper's like one more peek, and then he either dies because he took a coin flip shot, or he's just slow, and he gets picked off by the spy while he's rotating. The same thing with like the demo. Like maybe the demo like doesn't, unless your demo is different from your main caller, then or I should say, unless your demo is your main caller, then you should be first to rotate. So just make sure you're rotating on time, and if you don't see someone, then just like call it out, like say which class you're missing. Similarly, if you're missing, let's say you're missing your heavy, in that case you want to play a little bit more passive, your demo, and have your pyro watch behind instead until your heavy arrives. If you're same with your pyro is missing, just play a bit more passive, because without the pyro you can quite easily get juggled if you're playing like this, if you're playing a bit too far forward. If your sniper's missing, we already talked about that. If your demo is missing, you can still do it. Just with the level 3 wrangled and the pyro air blasting spam, you can still reasonably deny the point, at least until your demo gets here. Potentially, potentially your heavy can move forward if you need more damage. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's the 2 holds. Like there aren't really any other holds to talk about. If you wipe them, you can do a forward hold for a little bit, which is just have your med on the point here, and then have your. Basically, the key is you need someone in top right, like enemy top right. Normally, this will be a soldier for obvious reasons, right? And then just have like your demo playing here, like really aggro here, because you need to be able to deny right side with stickies and main, and your sniper on the point as well, just like white peeking spawn, and obviously rotating as well if they decide to roll out banana. But it's not sustainable in the long term, because what they'll do is they'll just wait for everyone to group up, like get 9 players, and they'll just sack into you. And yeah, like it's soldier up here by himself can't stop if he gets pressured by everyone, or you don't have anywhere to back out to if you get tie bombed by demo, soldier, pyro just sort of rushing in. So yeah, it's something you can try, but not really worth it. It's like it's more of a flex thing to do, like to BM the enemy. Honestly, if you do an aggro hold on this map, it's kind of troll. What else? The only thing to talk about left is how to actually break these holds. So since we just talked about banana, I'll tell you how to break this hold with probably 66% success rate. You basically want to do a gigantic sack wave. So this is ideal if you're at Uber Disad, because you can just have scout build with medic and spawn while everyone sacks. You'll definitely either force them or potentially drop them and get the point with this play. So if your medic is safe in building Uber, then you'll have full Uberad, and then you can just do a regular push with Uberad. It should be GG. So your heavy and your I think I'm just trying to remember exactly where every single class goes in this. Yeah, your heavy and your soldier go top left. Your sniper goes wherever, probably banana most of the time. Someone goes with your sniper, most likely NG, or scout if he's not, unless he's building with the medic. Your demo and your pyro go ramp, but like not commit to ramp, just like play here, right? And the class spy just like tries to, in the time after you called to do the sack wave, your spy just tries to get into good position to decloak on the guys in banana. And I'm missing a class, aren't I? No, that's all of them. Okay, how to actually execute this? Your demo and I will say your pyro should be on jetpack. All right. If not, it's still okay, but he should be on jetpack for this. It's really funny. Your demo and your pyro can bomb and try to land behind them. Try to land by shack. Okay. Don't, as your demo, don't peek them in banana, but instead try to sticky them off. Like put stickies here, and then if you're comfortable, like unless they're all looking at you, you can spam with pipes from behind. Because if you just walk in here, even though it's a sack, we're just going to die very quick and not do too much. So you're kind of like balancing damaging them and staying alive, because just sticking this off does a huge amount of work. Alternatively, if the heavy's watching behind, you just obviously try to kill him. Uh, not, honestly, if he's not buffed, you can definitely kill the heavy. Unless he's like god tracking, he's expecting you to bomb. If the sniper's on roof, you can try to kill him, but he's probably just going to back off here, so don't worry about him too much. Yeah, main thing is that the guys in here, like the med, you're playing for a force here. Your life is disposable as well. Like it's a sack wave, so it doesn't matter if you die in this, as long as you're getting the med to force. Um, if your pyro is not on jetpack, it's okay. Demo can go by himself. Um, in that case, you're just like there's not much you can do. You're either with the medic. If you have Uber, your medic's going to be playing like way back here. He's going to like buff your players as they roll out, staying out of sight lines, and then he's going to probably go back to spawn. In fact, and the pyro will be with the medic, and the scout can do more than the pyro in this sack wave. That's if he's not bombing, or like you need someone on the medic and like can't commit your scout. Your heavy stock minigun is best for this. You just drop down from window, drop down, try to land like here, and then just like shoot whatever's closest. Honestly, gun pick is okay as well, but like if the med's far back, then you shoot whoever's closer to you. Your soldier will be you go out on crate and you just shoot rockets into the back into banana, and then if they start to back out, then you can do a high bomb, like jump here and then off platform, and you can land back here and cut off their escape. You can always do that to help your demo if they start pressure. Your demo back here is here to cut off their escape, right? Especially if you're not called, they see the heavy dropping down on you, and then they'll like back up naturally, and then in doing so, they'll back up into your demo. That's the main idea, having the demo go behind. While all that chaos is happening, your sniper will then try to get a really aggro peek, either ramp or banana. Just try to peek like all the way deep into their banana, because odds are they're all going to be not paying a huge amount of attention, including the enemy sniper. If he's going to see your sack, and he's going to descope, like unscope, and like try to back out. So in doing so, you have a really good opportunity to get any kind of pick. Yeah, this usually goes in two ways. Either you force them, like the med just pops. They lose lots of players, but they keep Uber. In which case, you should just try to pressure the cap. So you have your scouts and your NG or something else they can do that you'll just cap while they're down their power classes. And if they use to block the point, that's almost the same as them forcing in banana. That's still a win for you. You just want to protect your med, obviously, if you have Uber ad. Or they might just noob it, and they might just drop their medic. Yeah, they might just like sometimes you just wipe entire holds and combo this if you in banana this if you all land at the same time. So it's really strong doing that. So yeah, to minimize, there isn't really a counter to it, honestly, because like I said, if your heavy's unbuffed, a good demo will just like instantly as he's landing in, put stickies on the heavy, kill him, or like do so much damage that he's forced to back out. But you minimize the risks of that happening to you by having your heavy watch this. At least then you're delaying. He's going to call the demo and he's going to delay it. He's going to at least do like maybe 100, 150 to the demo. So he's going to be too weak. And then when your players rotate, you can finish him off. And he's also going to be watching for spy decloaks. That's I didn't mention it, but like it's something to take for granted. When everyone's sacking in, your spy decloaks. You just decloak like here's the safest spot, and you revolver. Actually, it's more consistent than knife, especially like they're all going to be super clumped up together. You revolver and just aim for the medic or whoever's weak. Like aim for demo, aim for any other good pick, or decloak on the heavy and like either stab him if he's distracted or shoot him as well with your demo. Like it's just general sack thing basically, but yeah, it's really powerful. Okay, if they are playing on crates, then you have sort of two main options. The first one is just trade and hope for the best. You can do a trade through under if you want. It does work. If you're doubting a bit, the pushes from under definitely do work. Or cross point, which is a bit more risky due to sniper presence. If you have sniper pick though, across the point is generally better, so you have more options to go after. You can either shoot left side or right side. With the under push, you're hard committed to this, and you can potentially get crossfired as well as you exit slope. And it's a bit hard. Like if they force you and they get a better Uber, it's kind of hard for you to back out. You'll probably have to back out again through under, and in doing so, you're really out of the fight for a long time. You know, while you're rotating back here, you don't have any pressure on the point, so they might even like just walk across here and then start sticking this up while you're rotating, and then yeah, you're screwed if that happens. Yeah, the other option is requires more trust in your sniper. Um, you want to coordinate a sack onto the enemy sniper with your sniper. So your sniper will be playing. Again, you'll have your heavy with you for denying bombs and spies, and also just because you can actually do really good work if they're holding crate. If you're heavy here, especially with Tommy, you do really good damage to players peeking this, like probably about 80 to 100 DPS players here if you're here on this wooden bit. So really good denial there. And your sniper just wants to lock down this area. So if the sniper's contesting, which he should be, then that's why you need that sniper pick. So you want to coordinate with your soldier and your spy. Your soldier will bomb, your spy will decloak, and your sniper will peek all at the same time. And like even if the heavy kills your bomber and the sniper wins the SVS, you'll still have your spy up who should get that sniper pick. Right? So once that happens, then without so much pressure from the sniper, you can edge the point a bit more. Potentially trade if you're on equal Ubers. If your sniper stayed alive, then that's really good for you because him being up here and they don't have a sniper, it kind of screws them. They can't really deny the point. They can only deny the point from window and from drop down, and even then you can peek window from window as well. So like it's only from drop down or just trading through, just like using on two players and like going here. So obviously you need your heavy up there because if they realize that, like we can't peek, we can't deny the point because the sniper's window. The soldier will just be like, okay, I'll bomb him, and yeah, like it's Priest sniper pick. You don't have anyone with him. And yeah, again, that's pretty consistent. The hardest thing is getting that initial sack on the sniper. If the enemy sniper is way worse than your sniper, then it's even easier. As you can even just take SVSs and like sometimes you win, but like even if you lose the SVS, like okay, wait 20 seconds for our sniper to get back and try again. Like it's okay to do that. While that's happening, yeah, you'll then just be pressuring across the point here. Watch out for drop down, like spam from drop down. They can't really push out of enemy drop down. And yeah, that's kind of it. There's not really much else to say. It's a pretty simple map. Main things to main things to focus on are your callouts. So it's really important to know where the sniper is, because if you call the snipers on shack, well, to begin with, if it's called that the sniper's by himself, you should always bomb for him, because this map is huge for sniper. Just because of the site, like look at the sightlines on the points, like they're like cross maps, right? Window, shack, like top right, like you got huge sightlines. So if you can shut down the enemy sniper, it's basically easy mode for your combo. So that's the main thing, calling sniper. Keeping an eye out for underplays as well, because like let's say you're on equal Ubers and you're distracted and it's not called that the enemy combo is going under, they can get like a they can force you really early from an under push. Similarly, if they're going from like, if you're holding banana and they go under, like it's not really a threat if it's called, but if it's not called, then they can surprise you. They can like they can stick you off here while pressuring from this, and pressuring point from this angle, like this is from Red's POV. If you manage to get behind them and completely surround them like this, pressuring the point like this is way easier than pressuring like this. You just have way better angles in terms of like gun denial and just better damage as well. Because the demo is going to be like this, and you can get cut off. And same thing with the like heavy can't really do too much either. He's going to be either like forced back all the way here, or he's going to have to fight the entire combo. So it's not really. And usually the gun's like here, so it's watching the enemy side. So it's not actually doesn't have actually good angles on your side. So I guess worth mentioning, you can try that as well. Like under push, without using. If it's not called, it can work, but usually there will be someone watching this, like either someone up here, they'll call it. So it's only something that's done if you have picks. Like let's say you get like picks on the flank, but they're still holding banana. Then instead of doing a sack wave, you can just do this push instead and just like try to play like either like play in the enemy main, and then like you'll either force them or like they won't be able to deny you. Essentially, like you will force them eventually or make them lead players. So yeah, this map is patience. A lot of it is waiting for the good opportunity to sack and making sure that you sack coordinatedly, and staying out of sight lines. That's basically how you win this map. All the rest is just DM. Like it's just whoever shits out the most damage wins. So yeah, pretty simple map talk. Have questions? I will answer any you may have.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
It can be specific stuff, or yeah, my best class is heavy, but I also know how to play demo and medic and pyro, so I'll do my best on those classes if you have specific stuff for this map. I like it may sound like I'm kind of shit talking this map, saying it's easy, but it's one of my favorite maps of Highlander. Can you start? Yeah, sure. Okay. So, right. So for the rollouts, like,
Okay, I guess this silence is a no. Right, you can close the report.
You can